that League of Fire burner board. You better burn some more so you can earn some more. Complete another challenge and endure another session. Get your points and get your hero card. Don't stop till you get it, legend. League of Fire, League of Fire.
Hey folks, Jeff the Fireman here with League of Fire. I will be joined today by Sonny the Beast Spicer. He's going to take on 6 of the late for work TNTs, the Trail Mix Challenge. So let's bring Sonny the Beast in. Sonny, how are we doing today?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I am good. Are you ready to take on that delicious bunch of trail mix in front of you?
Oh, I love this stuff. It's my new favorite.
I bet. But before we start it, let's get out the disclaimer, get that out of the way.
I, Sonny Spicer, am over 18 years of age and of sound mind, and have read and understood the hot sauce product disclaimer on the League of Fire website. In summary, I accept that the League of Fire, their suppliers and manufacturers will under no circumstances be reliable or responsible or any claims of injury, damage arising from me consuming this product or multiples thereof. I acknowledge and agree to this without a question.
Excellent. Well, as you know, these are like delicious. Basically, all you're going to do is open them up, eat them. Once you've eaten, you'll show me an empty package and an empty mouth, and I'll start a 3-minute afterburn.
All right, I'm going to start.
Yeah, hit away. I'm kind of jealous. I should read some of the stuff that, let's see what we have. Yeah, the 1 ounce pot of trail mix has walnuts, cashews, peanuts, and pretzels with 7 pot brain strain pepper powder and seasoned to taste like pizza. Man. Sounds like just absolute deliciousness.
It's just hard to swallow peanuts fast.
Yeah, I think you got to at least chew with them up.
I love these so much.
I bet. We have a Facebook user saying hey to me and hey to you. I'm a bet that's Jeff Remmett.
Mm-hmm.
You have to give permissions to StreamYard if you want us to see a name. Otherwise, no, we're good that way.
Hello, Jeff.
James Green's here and Miguel. It is multiples thereof, James. And Miguel is here too. Yeah, just looks like Sonny's just enjoying himself a nice little snack there.
It is.
Hey, Tomas is here also. What's happening, guys? What's happening?
Yeah, it's the Conte.
Yeah. Excellent. Once you get the mouth open, I'll start the 3-minute afterburn.
How do you like that sucker, Miguel? You're welcome. His face.
Excellent. Have you done these before, or is this your first time doing them?
This is my 3rd one.
All right. What do you think of the taste and the heat level on these?
No heat, just absolute, just amazing flavor. I just love these. I felt bad for buying a beginner challenge Because I'm like, I know I can do something hotter, but when I tried these, I just loved them so much. I had a moment with them.
Well, yeah, everyone says beginner challenges, but I mean, the challenges are there to be challenged. That's the whole point of it. There's low ones, I don't want to really call them beginner challenges. I'm more likely to call them starter challenges. These are the ones that will get you interested in, and you're like, well, I can handle this. I can handle a little bit more. Most people just look at it and go, nope, I'm not touching any of it. I don't want to do it. It's all too hot. Yeah, other times, when they taste some, they realize they're like, actually, this isn't too bad.
No, it's not like that. These kind of things, like you're saying, would get someone interested in, like, oh, there's a whole world of stuff that isn't that hot.
Yeah, and it's a good tolerance builder too.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, eat a couple of these, and it'll help you down the way. Doing other challenges, specifically like dry ones like chips or popcorn or stuff like that, where you need water. So it's always a good training tool, and you can get a few points and get on the board while doing it. So that's a bonus also.
That's why I lick my lips a lot, so I'm never my mouth never goes dry.
Yeah, you don't want it to. Normally before any of these type of challenges, especially even like Mikey V's Gator Toes.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell people, hydrate like crazy, drink a lot of water, because when you eat those, they just suck all the moisture out of your body completely.
That's what I heard.
So you want to be and even with the chips, even with these, the more, because you're used to being in a scene where you would drink, and then you'd eat, and then you'd drink a little bit, and then you'd eat. Whereas with these, it's just nonstop eating the entire time.
I know my mouth got instantly dry because I drank a cup of water before this, and then my mouth just went just sucked everything out, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, and then you got nerves, too, because you're going right on. You're like, now I'm going to be doing live, and there's always nerves live, but
you're preaching to the choir when it comes to being nervous.
Yeah, but you'll get over it after a while. It's all I tell people is just imagine it's me and you.
I try. Yeah, that's I don't have nervousness on stage, but I do in camera. It's it's backwards.
Yeah, I bet. Sip Jumper's here too, and today's adventure.
Wow.
And Aaron, Monster Heat, is here also.
Oh man,
anyway, there was your 3 minutes. You're done with the first one. You can start your second one.
Well, chit-chatting helped.
Well, it does. Otherwise, you're just sitting there doing nothing.
True.
What's happening? Is this Ryan or is it Lee? Either way, someone came in second and someone came in top of the ladies in that competition in Oxford, I heard.
I think Ryan got second.
Yeah, Ryan got second, and I think Lee, she finished the top out of the ladies that was on the contest, I think. So I don't know.
She was saying those jalapenos were huge.
Well, yeah, I bet.
That's why I don't like them.
I know it's a lot of time in the contest, in the peppers that me and Johnny were giving out down in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of funny. We started off the round with 1.2 million, started straight away. And then round 3, there's 4 habaneros. 4 habaneros. And people are like, 4 habaneros? How are we going down? I'm like, we're not going down. I'm trying to fill your stomachs up.
Oh, you're ruthless.
Yeah, it gives them a bit of a break. And then right after that, you give them a shot of some really good, strong hot sauce. I think it was Dragon's Breath was the first shot.
No.
Oh, no. Those are great. It makes people drop like flies.
Uh-huh.
And it's kind of funny, when people go, oh, yeah, the Killer Queen 2 is a strong one. And you'll get that now in contests, now that, it's a really strong one. That's one that you can put into contest. I want to lose a couple of people here. We'll just throw a Killer Queen 2 in.
You'd lose me.
Well, you'd have to eat all the peppers and then drink that and then continue.
I still got 3 of them.
I was watching, I was legitimately trying to knock people out doing my best to knock people out. And, you know, it was amazing watching, like, in the final, watching Chris go as far as he did, you know, against Jason. And then Michael on the other hand, you know, and it was, you know, and it's just like, it's utterly amazing watching these people do it live, you know, standing right there and knowing that I'm trying to mess you up as best as I can. And, you know, if you got me, you're going to get about 50 peppers if you make it to the end. You will have eaten about 45 to 50 peppers, and you'll have had about at least 2, maybe 3 shots of like super, super hot.
Oh my. I could not.
You say that, and then you'll get on stage and you just find out that you start doing it.
Ask Chris.
Second one. We were trying our best to, guys. We were trying our best to kick your butts. But, you know, Buttercup was doing a good job of prep. Yeah, I bet your stomach's... Hey, Corky's here. Another one that was in San Diego.
3, 2, 1, consume.
I'm telling you.
She was great to meet in person.
Indeed. There we go. We're off again for 3 minutes on number 2.
She was like super sweet and very supportive.
Yeah, amazingly. Same in San Diego. She was like, we met her in San Diego when she came down, and she was like amazing there.
Kerry Gold, baby.
Kerry Gold's the way to go.
I tried to eat half a stick of butter, and I just couldn't stomach it because of the taste.
Well, yeah. Don't do it like Buttercup does it. There's other ways.
Like, I heard about people melting it and drinking it.
Yeah. I would use it. All right, I'll tell you what I used to use it for. I used to melt it, and then I would mix it into powder. And then on top of that, I would add like full cream.
What kind of powder?
Casein powder.
Okay.
Casein is basically, it's an ingredient in milk. It's the part that really helps the capsaicin. So you mix it into a thick shake. You use the high, because Kerrygold's super high in polyunsaturates. It's a prep. It doesn't work for everyone. It works for me though.
That's what I'm trying to find my niche is like.
And then
what
I
use?
Yeah, just stir it up until it's shake. If it gets too thick, you just add full cream to it. Stir it up some more and then drink it. And it's always worked for me.
Sounds like same people that say they drink smoothies before.
Yeah, and it's all in how you prep the smoothie. You know, I used to always tell people I would just get a McDonald's shake because I didn't want to tell people what I was doing. But
right, you want to put like superfoods and stuff that's going to coat like peanut butter and.
Yeah, well, as with anything, it's eating peppers is easy. Drinking hot sauce and drinking tincture is easy. Dealing with it.
Touché. Yeah.
That's where it is. Everyone's like, I've got to get my tolerance. No, you've got to strengthen your stomach because your stomach is the one that's got to hold it all down.
Exactly.
So that's the part, you know, and people prep various ways. People prep with potatoes, people prep with bread. And, you know, I've always thought, at least some amount of food in your stomach so that it can soak into it. But if you're doing consumption and you're doing volume, you don't have room for food because you got to leave, you know, if you want to do 20 kilo queens, you got to leave, you can't have much food in your belly.
Yeah,
you've got to leave room for it.
I don't know how you did that. I seen the after pictures and I'm like, dude.
The prep worked for me.
You look like you were singing.
I wasn't singing, I was dying. There's the other one gone. You can start number 2's down. You can start number 3. I know I did a video where I came on and I'm like, hey, I feel okay. And I barely did, but I wasn't dying. I got most of everything up.
I couldn't even on one.
When I had the first one, I didn't think I was going to do any more, honestly. When I drank that first one, I was like, holy smoke.
Was it hotter than usual?
It was the hottest thing I drank, but it tasted good. But
I agree.
It did taste good, but it hit my stomach straight away. And at about the 2-minute mark, I didn't think I was going to drink anymore. I was like, oh man, I'm going to be done on one and done.
It hit me at 10 minutes after I did the challenge.
Well, at 3 minutes, my stomach settled, and then I was able to carry on.
You're ruthless.
I think nut job is probably the right word.
I guess we'll call you broken, like Broken Charlie.
Nah, not even, man. Not even. Nowhere near that level.
I mean, you're broken if you did 20 and he did 13.
Yeah, well, if he had more, I bet you he would have done more.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for me, it's just like doing the odd one here or there.
What's up, Kevin? I'm glad I'm not allergic to peanuts.
That's true. This would definitely be a hard challenge for that.
Your throat would be closing up.
If you'd make it that far.
Yeah, and you're just like hitting yourself with an EpiPen. Oh my, that'd be bad.
Yeah, I can't do gelatin challenges anymore because of that.
Gelatin? Oh, like gummies?
Yeah, because of because the gummies there, the gelatin that's in the gummies. I used to be able to stand it for a while. I could last up to about, if I ate some, about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I'd start feeling the effects of it. But I ate a bunch of them in one sitting, and I didn't touch them for like about a year and a half, 2 years. And then the next time I put one in my mouth, I couldn't even, not even a regular gummy bear, a regular gummy bear. I couldn't, anything gelatin, I couldn't keep in my mouth anymore. Now it's an instant spit out. I think I hurt myself last time, and I probably shouldn't have. Excellent. Number 3 is there. As soon as you give me the open mouth, we'll start the 3-minute afterburn on that one too.
You allergic to peanuts, Miguel?
Yeah, I think he is. I think I remember him saying something about that.
That sucks.
That would suck.
Just like being lactose intolerant.
I don't know. That might come to help. I know Steve Berland is lactose intolerant.
I love milk and cheese and ice cream.
Yeah, but when we did the contest in Dallas, it was like the next day I had an extra contest. Steve Berland won it, and I just gave him a gallon of whole milk and just sent him into the bathroom.
Oh.
And I'm like, just keep drinking until you go. Because I know you're lactose intolerant, so that's gonna.
Dude.
And we're away for number 3. Yeah, he won that one. That was the one that I lied to a bunch of people. Well, I didn't lie. I guess I omitted certain details. We were trying to get people for a contest the next day because we had a lot of peppers left over.
Okay.
And we were just trying to sign people up. And I think we only had one person. I think we only had like Beth signed up. And I started telling people that, we're only going up to habanero.
Oh, gosh.
Well, the front side of the paper only went up to habanero. But when you turned on the other hand, you had Death Spiral all the way up to and so I, in an hour, got 9 other people to sign up, including Kim from Late for Work. And they all sat up there, and the ones that lasted till the habanero, when they come out, next one, Death Spiral, they all looked at me, and I was like, Death Spiral?
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's peppers on this side too. Oops, I didn't know.
Oh, man.
There was a lady who was there with her husband and kid, who I kind of talked into it, and her husband talked her into it too.
Oh,
He was like, "Go on, you can enter." And her and Steve got to the very end. They got to the last round, both of them. And then it came to the speed round, and I gave one to Steve and a bag to her. And I'm like, "Go." And Steve just, and she just sat there holding one in her hand, looking at Steve. And then poor old Steve, he had to eat them all. And by the time he finished them all, and then he opened his mouth, I'm like, "He's the winner." She put all hers down. And she got all the prizes anyway, because Steve had put in most of the prizes. So he's like, "Here, you can have them all."
that's hilarious.
Yeah, and she was just a walk-in. She was just a walk-in, and she sat there, and I mean, all the way up to primo tallies, and we went all the way up there. We had some super, super hots in there.
Yeah, what James Green just said. Remind me never to trust Jeff.
Oh, you can trust me. It's when I smile. It won't hurt much.
Like a guy, he gifted me some tincture in Illinois, and he was like, "Oh, it's probably a Red Reaper or a super red hot mix." I'm like, "Okay, cool." And I took like 5 drops of it, and it gave me cramps. And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I'm like, "You didn't tell me how hot this was." And he's like, "That's why my shirt says making bad decisions."
Yeah.
And that tincture was like, I tried to get people at events to try tincture, and they're like, "What is that?" I'm like, "This is fun in a bottle."
There's your 3 minutes. You can start your next one.
Yeah, I'll be tied with Jason.
Yeah, this is the truth right here. And yeah, especially when I tell you I love you. I think me and Johnny were telling everyone on stage that we love them. Ryan, I told him I hate him.
Yes, yep.
I think there was one time I told Ryan that I hate him because I gave him the biggest pepper on the round.
You're so mischievous.
Yeah. Well, I was just talking with Sonny, and I think last year or about a year and a half ago or so like that, I gave out my Black Death, and I came across one that had been sat in the same place that I put it like a year and a half ago at someone's house, and it's still sealed. It still has the seal on it, and it's evaporated to about that amount.
It's so hot.
Oh, it's most of the alcohol out of it. There's 3/4 of the bottle at least a good 5/8 of that bottle is evaporated. So that is going to be a killer, a definite killer.
Probably feel like it's piercing your tongue.
I know. I'm really interested to try it.
When in doubt.
I know I had a bunch left over from Fernando, a bunch of Nando's tinks left over, small bottles, and a bunch of them had evaporated. So I consolidated them all into like a 15 ml shot. Ooh. And when I drank it, I regretted that one. that was a regret, because that one hit me hard.
Was that the video you just did recently?
No, this one was probably about 7 or 8 months ago.
What was the one you just did recently?
Let's see. Recently, I did.
Were you on Friday Night Fire?
Friday Night Fire, yeah. I did it. I did like I think it was a 17 ml shot or 18 ml shot of the Black Death.
Oh.
And then I did a few Robbies of the new one, the Black Death Adder. That's this sucker. 800 mils of death.
That just looks like hate.
It is hate. It's kind of weird. I want to go get huge bottles instead of small ones. Just get 90 mils. How's the jaw doing? Good?
I'm getting a little tired.
Yeah, well, this is number 4, so you're halfway through.
It's a little dry.
Yeah, just a little.
All the salt.
And the heat. The heat helps too.
Doesn't say how much salt.
You are doing great, though, definitely.
I wish they were softer.
Yeah, they get stuck in everywhere. Excellent.
I know I had a piece stuck in my gum.
Yeah, it's a good surprise later on when you're going, and you're like, ow, it's hot.
I told him he should make an intensified version. Put like cap powder in there. Pure capsaicin powder.
You'll have to see how that goes. The ones with, I would say that the ones that don't have as much heat would probably sell a little more. So doing a special edition maybe or something along.
That's what I meant. Like,
yeah.
You have 2 options.
And we're away on burn number 4.
Like, for me, these aren't even, after this many, they haven't even moved my needle to 1. That's why I feel bad for buying them.
Well, it's not, it's not that you feel bad for buying them, because you're supporting a small business. And on top of that, you're also showing other people that, it's not that bad if you can do 5 or 6 of them, that there's people out there that would like to give a go at it. I mean, records are always there to be broken. That's the thing about it. So there may be, you may have, if you do the 6, I think, will that be the top?
No, I'm matched with Jason, but I'll have the most out of everyone.
Yeah, Jason has 6.
7, 8.
Yeah, Jason's got 6, so you'll be tied with him.
I told him I would have gotten the 7th one. I just didn't have the money to buy it. Or else I would have took that record and finally got my first one. Been like, Jason, you ain't having your own record, buddy.
Yeah, you'll do that by the time you get to number 6 or number 7. Or when you get not done with 6, you'll be like, man, I could have done another one.
I think, honestly, I could have probably done 10 of these if I was really hydrated.
Yeah, that's the definite trick to it, is making sure that you're really well hydrated before, especially like multiple challenges.
Oh, yeah. Like, I just bought, he had the little bag that you can also buy, like, instead of the challenge. I bought those, and I bought these with the bag that you can get as, like, the snack that's not the challenge, and I ate that at work, like, and I was like, they taste exactly the same. I love them, though. He's been trying to con me into trying the cat bar.
The cat bar is delicious. It's, I'll give you that. It's next level hot for chocolate. It's hot. It's really, really hot. But my goodness, it's not super big, but because you're like, oh my God, this is so hot, but it tastes so dang good. Salted caramel is, oh my goodness.
So is it the size of a Hershey bar?
Yeah, it's about that big, really. It's not too big. It's about like 4.5 inches by 1.5 inches, 2 inch. Really? So it's not gigantic, but it packs a wallop. I mean, it packs a mean wallop.
Yeah, he's been conning me into that. He's like, just try it.
Yeah, that's all you're going to do is just try it.
I try never to fail a challenge. The Killer Queen almost got me to fail.
There we go. 3 minutes.
Where's that? Okay. I almost failed the Killer Queen.
What, the original?
No, the 2.0.
Oh, the Killer Queen 2.
I didn't know what I was getting into, and I barely prepped.
Yeah, that's the important part, is the prep part with this. Really good prep. Just again, everyone talks about prep, and it's like you're prepping your stomach. That's what you're doing. You're getting your stomach ready to get used to this onslaught. That's a lot of what I would do with the tincture. I'd wait for as my stomach would recover, because it's that's what it's doing. The lining is repairing. I would punish it with more tincture.
I've done that a few times at work.
It can be hard at work sometimes to do it that way.
Oh, I I ate a challenge that I'm not gonna say that League of Fire is having problems with him. Tried his challenge, and that had me on the ground cramping up for a good 30 minutes at work.
Oof.
And I ate all 3 squares. I was like, oh, this is great. It's Willie Pete's. I love Willie Pete's. It didn't hit the same.
Yeah, it's a stronger. It's definitely stronger.
I gotta try the Nemesis.
That's available through Willie Pete's too. That one, I think, when we had the table's been archived now, but when we had the table of that, Brian from Willie Pete's will tell you that that's their best-selling bar. Yet there was only like 35 people on that table.
That was it?
That was it. That'll tell you just how tough one of those bars is. It's very, very tough.
How hot was Johnny's?
That one wasn't too bad. It was hot. That one was hot too.
Was it hotter than Nemesis or no?
No, not as hot as Nemesis. Right below it.
What about the
you're talking about the Chili Cherry Nightmare, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Chili Cherry Nightmare. Yeah.
What about the Crazy Kimberlin? Camberlin?
Yeah, that was a bacon one, and I don't think that was in League of Fire, but I think the Crazy Kimberlin was a bacon flavored one. Some of the other ones that Willie Pete's make that we do was the Raspberry Rain. That one's delicious.
I did that.
Yeah, that one tastes fantastic. And of course, the Moab bars, the mother of all bars, those are just...
I want to be the first person to do 2 Raspberry Rains back to back.
I never checked to see if it's been done already, but it might not have been done.
That's a whole pound of chocolate.
I think the most chocolate that was consumed was, I think, 1.5 pounds. Pretty close to 1.5 pounds or 2 pounds of chocolate.
Man.
Which, when you imagine with the amount of heat, and I think that was Nemesis too.
Dang. I know Molly Schuler, she has the fastest time for Nemesis, for the Raspberry Rain.
Man, she could have the fastest time for anything. I hosted her with old Agnes when she was doing the challenges. She did all 3 of them back to back to back.
All the chocolate bars?
Yeah, she did the crunchy challenge first, and then she did the one, and then she did the Moab collab.
How is her tolerance? I've never watched any videos.
Her tolerance is amazing, there was this one time she ate the 6-foot ghost pepper pizza. Her tolerance is great. She still covers. She does a lot of League of Fire challenges. Excellent.
I haven't seen her do anything recently.
Yeah, you'll have to check her page.
Does she still do League of Fire?
Yeah, she did one like about a month ago or so, 5 or 6 weeks ago.
Okay. I didn't know that.
But I think when I was researching her a few years back, I was like, my goodness, seeing the records that she held, 6 pounds of this, and then I'm like, 6 pounds? then we're away on number 5.
Oh, she did the gator toes. She probably smashed those like really fast.
Yeah, she's the only person to get under 3 minutes.
Probably popping them like pills.
She was doing it by the fistful.
Oh, she must really love garlic.
I don't know, man. I tell you, when I did them, this was like a couple of years ago when we first got them. This is one of the reasons that I wanted them in League of Fire as a challenge, was because they're hot. They're really good and hot. But man, of course, there's like 100 pieces of garlic, and the farts are like epic afterwards.
I bet. And the burping and all that.
Oh, well, the burping isn't too bad. It's the farts. It's the gas. It's just like, and you're like, oh, I love my own stink. No, it puts you off of your own. You're like, oh, my goodness.
Oh, my gosh.
So you got to make plans to sleep on the couch or sleep somewhere away from it.
Yeah, I would like to see that Joey Chestnut guy try to attempt a League of Fire challenge.
Yeah, I think I saw on the news that he just lost for the first time in a while.
Yeah, he lost the wing competition.
Yeah.
Against that guy from Australia.
Yeah, that's just like insane.
He won the hot dog competitions 15 times.
Yeah.
Dude. I'm like, holy crap, man. He actually came to Michigan a few months ago and did a competition at one of the local restaurants, and I missed it. I was like, oh man. I'm like, I could have met this guy, because I'm trying to get in. I would love to get into competitive eating, even if I'm not any good at it. It's the attempt to me that matters. Because they respect people that are willing to at least get up there and try to eat pounds of food.
Yeah, I mean, well, the first part of it is stretching the stomach.
Yeah, those guys, he said, Joey Chestnut, I think he said he wakes up, drinks like 3 gallons of water, and then jogs.
Oh, sloosh, 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 that's all I could think of. I mean, I remember watching a show on it years and years ago, and there was one guy that would train by his wife would cook cabbage for him.
Okay.
And the guy was enormous, and his stomach was stretched because of the amount of cabbage that he would eat. And but I would just thought, man, eating that much cabbage on the digestive system, you'd be spending 90 like half your day on the bathroom.
Yeah, I don't know.
There you go. There's 3 minutes on this one. Congratulations. You are 5 out of the way. Opening, that's the last one, right?
Yep. I think so.
And that one will tie. Oh, you'll tie the world record.
You're lucky, Jason. I like you. Yeah, I'm hoping one of these times I can get up there on the stage with y'all. Hopefully when you guys get closer.
Yeah, we're always looking for belt match plays, positioning and stuff.
I think Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee is November, I think.
Mm-hmm. Or
what's that? That's about 5-6 hours from Chicago by driving.
Could be. It's 11 hours for me. But I got property in Tennessee.
Everyone talks about flying over there, and if you've got time. I was like, man, I'm gonna look into the train.
Right?
Get one of those little carriages where you can just, you got a sleeper bed and everything, and just hang out.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
I'm like, if I have to pay the same amount, at least I'll be sightseeing along the way.
And it's more expensive, probably. It's expensive for you to get from there to here, probably, isn't it?
Yeah, when I was looking at last year, I was looking at going there for going to North Carolina for the weekend right before Christmas. It was going to be like $2,000, and that was just for hotel and airfare. Oh. And I was like, man, $2,000 for a weekend. That's the reason why I'm not going to Baltimore, It's about the same thing. It'd be about $2,000 for just for like one day, and you're like, well, if someone was paying for it, I would definitely go. But if you have to pay for it yourself, it's you got to wait until we grow bigger.
There you go. They said you can come stay with them.
Yeah, that's great to stay there, but I got to get there. I know. I checked. I'm like, it can't be that bad. I'm like, dang. I told Paul and Shahina, it's closer for you to go from England than it is for me to go from California.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Baltimore is closer to the UK than it is to where I live on the West Coast.
I have no idea. That's Baltimore. I think it's 10 hours away from me.
Yeah, I think it's just a flight over the Atlantic from the UK. Whereas from here, I got to fly across all of the United States.
Weren't they just in Italy or something?
In Rieti, that's not too bad though. That's like, the thing about it's Europe sounds gigantic, but to put it into context, it's if you were to fly from your closest airport, and you flew an hour, where would you get?
Pretty far.
Yeah, a couple of 100 miles, really.
Yeah.
That's Italy. Italy takes an hour to fly to Italy. By the time you get up in the air, you're down again. It takes longer to fly from where I live to Los Angeles.
And right, because Russia is like 90 miles away from Alaska or something?
Well, yeah, at the most eastern, the most eastern tip of Russia.
That's crazy, though.
The Bering Strait, I think it is.
90 miles away.
Yeah, but that part of Russia is completely uninhabited. In the 90s, I was stupid, and I was like, I'll just go across Russia to China. Almost everyone in Russia told me, no, don't do that.
Why is that?
The train system is terrible. The roads are terrible. There's hardly any people there. It's not as, and this was in the 80s. It's not as built up as it is today, or as, other things were. So it was easier just to fly.
So I never got to ask you, what country are you from?
I'm born in England, grew up in Italy.
Okay.
Moved back to England, moved to the States. Been living here ever since.
Nice. That's awesome. I've never been abroad.
There's a lot in this country. There's a lot to see. Excellent. That's number 6. Once I get the open mouth, we'll have a 3-minute afterburn and you will be done.
Yeah, Corky, I'm closer to you than I would be to going to South Carolina. I think it's only like a few hour drive from you. Let's look.
Yeah, that's not too bad. That's because that's roughly, it takes like in England we used to go to Amsterdam and we'd fly from Heathrow, and it would take an hour to fly to Amsterdam. But with the time change, we would take off at 5 p.m. and we would land at 5 p.m.
6 hours.
Yeah, so we lost hardly any time.
Yeah, it'd be like a 6-hour drive, Corky, from me to you. Yeah, you're late. You're late, Matt.
And we're away for the last 3 minutes.
Oh, I know. I kind of invited myself to your guys' house. I was when I was chatting it up with Lee, I'm like, your guys' house is so nice. It looked like a wonderland. I don't know that I've been to South Carolina. I really like Tennessee, though. I love Tennessee. But it gets really hot. Like, it's a muggy hot.
Yeah, they all, I mean, that whole side of America down low is a muggy hot.
That, and then hopefully, I was telling Aaron Jules or Monster Heat and those guys, I was telling them eventually I would like to get my passport so I can come over there to heating up the capital.
Up to Canada, yeah. There's plenty of stuff up in Canada.
Yeah, some of those guys seem like they're wild over there.
Indeed.
Shane was like, "We'll give you a nice big Canadian welcome." I'm like, "What is that?" I'm like, are you gonna give me something super hot, or are we just gonna get really drunk?
Probably both.
Some of the stuff that they eat, man, I don't know, like that braising bull and stuff like that. They need to calm down.
I don't know. The Brazen Bull's a League of Fire challenge now, and that's a pretty good one.
Have you done that?
Not yet. No.
How do you feel about it?
Oh, I feel fantastic about it. I can't wait to do it. I had samples of it, but I didn't want to be one of the ones judging it. I wanted other people's to judge it. And then, so, of course, I have some interest in doing it for sure.
How hot? I know it's like 13 million, isn't it?
Yeah, 13 million's not too bad.
What?
Yeah, when you do 16 million with 16 million cap crystals, 13 million is not too bad.
You're talking to an amateur, right?
No, well, Vic Klinko did the final bite. He sent out some samples for United Sources and K-Johns when they did the final. Yeah. And that one was, I think I chugged that. That one was 16 million and did like a 3 or 4 minute afterburn. And that stuff was hot.
Was that the Black Mamba?
The Black Mamba, yeah. I think I still have that somewhere back there, black scaring me.
I eyeballed that stuff, but I was like,
Yeah, that was a gut puncher straight through and through.
Jeez, man. I tried
look at this. You've equaled the world record. Congratulations. You have equaled.
Yeah, Jason, you're lucky.
Jason's going to have to try and break that now because now he's got a partner on there with him. He's got.
Yeah, Jason, we can be partners. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm hoping so, Aaron. I'm hoping it would be good. There's a couple of choices and where to go. It's at this stage we wait and see how it goes. But if things open up there, I'm sure we're definitely open to going up to Canada.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I was like, Montreal sounds really good. I went to Montreal years and years ago, and I really liked it. So.
Okay.
And the only other place I've been, that was the other side when I went to Whistler in British Columbia. But that was all skiing and snowboarding and nothing to do with anything else.
Hey, that's fun though.
Oh man, I tell you, after you skied Whistler, like Park City, Utah is another place where the snow is like amazing. I'm so used to the California heavy wet snow.
Yeah.
Not a big fan.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I'm going to knock you out to the green room, Sonny. Thank you for coming on here and equaling Jason's record for the TNT Trail Mix Challenge. We shall talk to you soon.
Okay.
Well, as you guys saw, Sonny did a great job of knocking all 6 of those out of the park. This has been Jiff the Fireman with League of Fire. I shall be back soon.
On that League of Fire burner board, you better burn some more so you can earn some more. Complete another challenge and endure another session. Hit your points and get your hero card. Don't stop till